want me to just do one or so, and then we can see if we want to do the rest later? That's up to y'all.
Oh, you're fine. As long as they're not from We Got This Covered.
What's We Got This Covered?
That's good news. That's a news site that a lot of people share online that's not real news. It got me really excited about an Ace Ventura 3, and then I found out that it wasn't happening.
Oh, man.
Mean.
It is.
So it's like an April Fool's site, like Morgan Freeman is dead.
No, they think they're trying to get clicks. And somebody ran their predictions versus reality. They get them right 3% of the time. I personally run a 30%, just guessing.
So they're the coronavirus.
Exactly.
3%.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, like Jason shares something like, guys, I'm so excited about blah blah blah, and that's why when he was like, Kobe's dead, I'm like, no.
You're like, that's ridiculous.
So Scott checks his socials like, oh, that's Jason. That's no way. That's true. That guy's on that website all the time.
Well, he had something about like, oh yeah, it's like the Avatar live action trailer just dropped. Like, oh really?
I quickly debunked that in the group.
After I was like, no, it didn't.
But I mean, that is happening. They are having more avatars.
See, I'm not nuts for thinking that it could have been true. I don't know the difference.
I don't know.
It was probably just a bunch of M. Night Shyamalan
Jason
stuff cut together.
represents 67% of America.
Aliens have landed.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Three Geeks podcast. It is Jason, joined by Max, Dan, Scott, and special guest Lola. We got all of the fun stuff to talk about from the last couple weeks of Geek. I got a few things I want to say up front. Please we are back on Patreon. Check that out. Support the podcast any way you can, even if it's just a movie ticket or helping us out for gas. We got a live show coming up in Indiana. What's that?
Yep,
Crush Red Pepper
for sure.
for
The
animation.
Crush Red Pepper Fund is real.
And be nice to each other. So
it's like putting on the new roof at church. You know what I'm saying? Like they're always putting on the new roof at church.
I want to just get my little rant out of the way real quick. I posted a nice thing on Facebook. We're not a political podcast, and this isn't technically political. But I posted, we're coming up to election season. Let's all just get along, because the only people that lose when we do the red versus blue thing is us as Americans.
Yeah.
We're playing into the game. And all I'm saying is just be respectful. And then I had somebody, I'm not going to say their name or their relation to me.
Yeah, I know who you are, Tyler.
They jumped on Facebook and started going off about Barack Obama and how he didn't have an opinion anymore because he was a straight white male over the age of 40. So he missed the whole point and proved the point of my podcast, my post, all on the same point. So all I'm saying is respect each other. We all want the same things. We just have different feelings of getting there, and sometimes that information can be misguided on both sides. So just love each other going into the season, because the last 4 years have been miserable, and I'm not just talking about our current president. I'm just saying let's just love each other.
And we're all going to die anyways, so
Word.
make the most of our time now.
We're in the midst of the very, very beginnings of the zombie apocalypse, and everybody's worried about who the president's going to be.
I'm a straight white male who's over 40, and I've never really had an opinion. So
That's right.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, well, now you can't have an opinion.
Oh,
and
damn.
that's the problem, Dan. Like, just because you've never had one doesn't mean that at some point you couldn't have one, but now it's too late.
Oh.
Should have put that opinion out there.
Just write your opinion in a letter and put it in a book, and you'll know it's there.
Yay.
It's called a diary.
Actually, you could also send it to your congressman, because
yeah.
I think they go to the same place.
He's going to be like, hello, I like cats, thank you. Like, huh.
All right, so on this episode, like I said, we got news weeks from the week. We're going to find out why Scott hated Star Trek this week and so much other fun stuff.
Oh, I'm not all caught up. I'm only on episode 5, but I hate it. It's like Max was saying, like, if you let episodes of a show you hate stack up, it is rough to get through.
Yeah, you're hanging in there, man.
I have an obligation.
I like
I
Picard.
had to watch like 3 episodes of Gotham back to back, and I wanted to kill myself. It was so bad.
I like Picard, but I had a choice this morning of catching up on Picard or catching up on Batwoman, and I chose Batwoman because I really like that show.
All right.
I do. I like it.
Okay.
And so far the teen angst isn't there. There's a little drama, but it's not like consuming the show, and it's got Batman villains. Like, it's everything I wanted Gotham to be, or that I hoped Gotham could at least be. Batwoman succeeds in that, so I'm enjoying it so far.
Is it Arrow season 1?
No.
No, I wouldn't go that far, but I would say that it's probably the second best season 1 of the shows.
Other than Arrow season 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really liked it. I like the actress playing Kate, so...
I love her. She's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't watch CW shows anymore.
The guy they got playing Lucius Fox's son is pretty good, too.
He's cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Son of Fox.
And then I think the Clayface is the villain this season.
Okay, that I can dig that.
But they haven't actually said it's Clayface, but it's a guy who can make his face into different things. So
I'm sure they'll miss you.
It's very Clayface.
But so far, this show gives me all of the optimism, and even though it's the lowest rated show on the CW, it got renewed, so I'm looking forward to it. Well, a lot of people are hating it just because it's a gay character.
It's like the lowest rated show on the CW, but it's like the difference between the lowest rated and the highest rated show on the CW is like 3. You know? It's like, no, we're just going to renew everything. Like, it's the CW.
Well, they put it up against Doctor Who, so I'm behind on Batwoman. I love Batwoman, but it's like I had to make a choice, and I'm like, Doctor Who, although I have not liked this season, as I heard you don't have either. So it's like, I'm not sure I made the right decision by sticking with Doctor Who.
Well,
no.
Dan was really hoping to talk about Doctor Who with someone.
It's not really... If you don't beat yourself up, because when you're weighing, you're like, oh, I was watching Doctor Who, but I don't really like that, and your only other option is Batwoman. I mean, don't feel that bad. Don't feel that bad.
Well, I don't want to be spoiled, because, you know, the next day you see all these articles, what, Doctor Who? She turned into a rhinoceros? Wait, what?
And I know, since you and I are the only people watching Batwoman, that you don't have to worry about spoilers.
That would have been a better ending of Doctor Who.
I did get a spoiler with Batwoman, because I accidentally missed an episode somewhere. I don't know if my DVR ate it or what. And so I went to watch an episode, and they were like, I can't believe so-and-so murdered so-and-so. And I was like, what?
Oh, yeah, that happened to me, because I was watching episode 7, and Hulu didn't have the 5 episodes that went between 7 and 12, and it just skipped me to 12. So I saw the previously on. I'm like, ugh. So I had to go find the rest. But let's get back to this Doctor Who thing real quick, Dan. I know you said it just a minute ago. I want to talk about Doctor Who, but none of you guys watch it. There you go.
I'll talk about it, and I will trash it. I love Doctor Who, but this sounds horrible, but I think this Broadchurch guy needs to go back to killing children, because he was much better at that in Broadchurch.
They need to get rid of the writers. They need to just kick them all out.
It's a new team, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
and they're awful.
Hobnail or whatever from Broadchurch. It's a guy from Broadchurch. He needs to go back to mystery thriller things.
Really? Because Broadchurch was good.
I loved Broadchurch, and this is not Broadchurch.
No. They ruined the whole canon in the last episode, and I'm not really a canon guy, but holy crap!
Okay, spoilers. How did they ruin the whole canon?
Really? I mean, because
she's been alive forever. What's up with this?
Yeah. So
she was supposed. Huh?
Oh, sorry. I was.
Well, that's okay. The whole premise is that each Time Lord only gets how many? 12 lives?
11.
And the only
something. I don't
11,
know.
something like that. And the only reason she has the lives she has now is because River Song gave them to her. So she's always been on borrowed time. But now they're calling her the Timeless Child, and they're saying that she was the first Time Lord, and the other Time Lords were regular people, and they learned how to make themselves immortal by studying her. It's just all a bunch of crap.
Yeah. I mean, she's not even a Time Lord because she got picked up like in outer space by someone who would become like one of the Time Lords later, and then I'm sorry we're now boring Scott.
I'm enthralled by this,
but they just throw the whole thing out the window because I mean the Doctor doesn't even need to care about Gallifrey anymore because that's not where she is from. So you know. Whatever.
They. I believe the correct term is they.
They? Okay. That's not where they're from.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just... This whole season has just been a giant mess.
It's been really just kind of deflated for me. Nothing no big stakes. I don't care, and I'm sorry, I don't care about the companions.
No.
I don't. And I was thinking about it, and with previous Doctors, the companions always had their own story and their own reason for being connected to the Doctor. It felt kind of mystical and, purposeful, but now they're just there.
But the Doctor doesn't even have, any kind of arc. She's just kind of there. She's there to give us PSAs. She can just turn to the camera and be like,
the Earth is warming, Dan.
Yes. The global warming turns us all into weird, scary white husk monsters.
I don't want to sound like I don't believe in global warming.
Yeah.
No. I
mean, it's fine.
I'm just saying. I want to cut that off before anyone's this dude doesn't believe in global warming.
Also, the Earth is flat.
Yes, for sure.
That's why we have coronavirus.
Oh, my goodness.
It would have made more sense if they said it was all because of coronavirus. It would have made more sense.
Was coronavirus out by the time they were done writing the Doctor?
I don't know.
I don't know. Probably.
It would have still been swine flu. They'd be like, you idiots.
Swine flu.
No one's going to die of swine flu. It's coronavirus.
Well, they could just call it. They had some kind of disease in one of the seasons. And I don't remember what it was called, but they were like, oh, so-and-so's on the ship, it's gotten in the ship, and now we're all going to die. So they could have it be that.
Yeah, sure.
Well, Scott, so Picard, episode 5, how was that for you?
It was pretty bad.
How's
pretty bad.
As somebody who's only seen the first 3 episodes, how's the journey been so far for you?
Pretty boring.
Really? Does it get worse?
All right.
Is he in space yet?
Yeah, he's in space.
All right.
But they have a little holodeck, so that's just his chateau. So they're clearly like, all right, we need to make sure we just reuse this set as much as possible. So that's where he hangs out most of the time. So they've got a ship set, and then they got a chateau set that we already saw, and now it's back, and that's where he hangs out. Keep those costs down, boys. I understand. And yeah, I think they get 1 F word per episode, sometimes 2, and they lean hard into that. We need to say fuck in Star Trek because that's what will bring audiences in.
Oh my god, the first time they said it, I thought they used it pretty well in the first episode. Maybe it was the first episode.
Oh man, is this gonna be
and it caught me off guard. I'm like, whoa, where did that come from? But I guess they do it in Discovery
Klingon?
too.
That's what I would say. Is that Klingon?
Nah.
Is it one of those things in South Park where they're trying to get a word of curse to be used multiple times, except this time they just failed?
Are you talking about when they had to say shit 100 times or whatever? No, I think they're just trying to make
edgy.
Everything about this show is edgy. They need to make it edgy. So everybody's the world and the galaxy is just shit and everything's horrible and the Federation and Starfleet are all racist xenophobes now and the government sucks and has been infiltrated by Romulan spies, and everyone's just horrible, and
why would you make Picard?
There's murder and graphic violence, and people say fuck, and no one likes Picard anymore, and it's it's just all hopeless, boring bullshit, and it's I have all sorts of sci-fi shows that are gritty, dark depictions of the future, and they're like, oh well, let's just make Star Trek that too.
Oh yeah, no, that's not what Star Trek's supposed to be. Even I know that.
I'm fine with them depicting things that are outside the Federation's control and kind of showing the wild end of space.
Yeah.
But I don't know, the way they do it is just so awful.
I mean, because the whole point of Star Trek was humanity actually got its shit together.
Yes.
That was the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And if there was bad stuff,
and shiny,
if there's bad stuff happening, it's other places. It's places outside the Federation and Starfleet.
And we're gonna go help them.
Yeah, and they're okay.
Because it's not only did humanity... It's not like humanity just got their shit together.
We've had it together.
Right.
And go ahead.
Even if you have little pockets of, rogue people in the Federation, Picard's going to root them out.
Yeah, I mean, the right thing always got done. At the end of the day, maybe there's some admiral who was up to some bad shit. That happened. But, there were lots of good people too, but there's no good people in Starfleet anymore.
Well, Scott, to give you some hope for the show, when you get to Riker's comeback, your head's gonna explode.
I thought you said you were only on episode 3.
No, but I saw a quick headline that says it was a rage Star Trek fan like you who was like, they just ruined everything.
Well, everything's already ruined.
Oh wow! So they're going to double down on it.
As long as him and Deanna aren't divorced.
No, they're still together.
Okay, because I remember back in the 90s when they had Picard and Beverly Crusher get married and then divorced, and I was very upset.
But that was just in a weird alternate, like, future. That was the very final episode of TNG.
I think so.
All Good Things?
She was an admiral, I think. Oh. Huh?
She was a captain. And
she was captain, that's right, because they were like Captain Picard, and they both answered. And it was like, oh, they got married. Oh, they're divorced. Oh.
But that was just in a weird, alternate future that he kept shifting in and out of. That they ended up they closed the wormhole. Big Star Trek plot device. They took care of it all, and TNG ended on a high note. And then they brought the movies out that just shit all over it. And then they're like, well, how can we make it worse? Picard.
There were some good parts to the movies, but I can't.
There was a good part to maybe one of the movies.
There were a couple.
It's just.
I always feel like Scott needs a hug after we talk about.
It's like The Martian, right?
He needs a shower every time.
There's no real villain in The Martian,
right?
But like, it was amazing to me that in that movie, there's no like shitty person just out to ruin everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was just like everyone was like, you know what? We're gonna do the right thing.
We're gonna work together,
and we're gonna get. And I understand the movie's not based on a true story, but it was very interesting to me, and the movie was still very good.
Yes,
and there's no real villain other than nature, and that was Star Trek, and it was like you guys like it's obviously they can do it still they did it in Matt Damon just did it a couple years ago, and it's like. No one's trying to grasp that. They're always like, how do we no people would be that cool with each other. We're going to bring more realism into Star Trek. And it's like, it's a space story. Like that realism isn't necessary.
I got the one good test audience in all of Hollywood that didn't want to add the Doctor from Lost in Space to it. You know?
Yes.
As somebody who likes Picard, I agree with everything Scott's saying, especially in the world we live in right now. Positive Star Trek would work so well right now, I think.
Need that. I need positivity.
Yeah, you got this whole refugee crisis, and it's like, oh, I guess Starfleet's just gonna abandon people who are asking for help, and it's like, well, okay, they keep saying Starfleet and the Federation really interchangeably when they're not. Right. Starfleet is one small facet of the Federation. The Federation is hundreds of planets, and they're like, oh, if you go save the Romulans, 12 systems are ready to pull out of the Federation. Okay, we've got hundreds more, all willing to do the right thing. Oh, okay, you're xenophobes? Well, you probably shouldn't have been in the Federation anyway. Bye. That's how the real Federation would have worked. Be like, okay, well, we're going to keep going with the relief efforts. Oh, Mars got attacked? One planet in Starfleet? Again, we have trillions of people. Oh, that sucks for you, Earth. We're going to keep going on with relief efforts because it's the right thing to do. Sorry about your luck with your shipyards.
I guess we're going to find out if this is a positive or negative as I try to transition us into something more positive. But I'm really digging the look from the new Batman movie. I like the costume and the car.
I've seen.
I like the fact that the gun that killed his parents is incorporated into this.
Whatever. I don't want to hear any more about it. I don't want to see anything else about it.
I don't either.
I just want the movie to come out. I don't need anything else. I will watch the 30-second bullshit trailer with the first one, but other than that, I'm not doing shit. I'm just gonna la 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 my whole freaking time because I just want to see this movie. I'm very, very, very excited to see this movie. I didn't think they'd be able to do that in the the now to nearest future. I was like, well, we're just not gonna have anything good.
Yeah, 5 years ago when Batman v Superman came out, it's I didn't think I would be excited about a Batman movie.
I didn't think I'd be excited about a Robert Pattinson movie, and then I saw all this post-Twilight work.
No, I mean, because my whole point was, okay, well, now they're just going to have to impress me. Yeah. I don't care. If it looks anything like anything I've seen, I'm checking out. They're not getting me again, but they got me again, so now I just don't want to ruin it. I just need to go see the movie.
How was Justice League, by the way?
I completely past like 10 minutes. I was like,
I liked Justice League. It was fine.
I completely checked out after
Justice League was like a half step in the right direction.
I have a hot take. I think Justice League is better than Aquaman. I think Aquaman sucks.
I like Aquaman better than Justice League.
I did. I thought Venom was better than Aquaman.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I thought Aquaman... Well, yeah, Jason Momoa's... My wife, Liz would go nuts over it. But, yeah. No, I thought it was so generic. And I guess I'm the only one, but I'm watching it. I'm like, I don't...
Oh, yeah, no, it was generic.
I mean, maybe...
It was definitely that.
I saw it post the hype.
I'll give you that all day and night.
So the hype might have had everything to do with my disappointment in Aquaman.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
My whole thing about Aquaman is like, well, it didn't suck worse than the last one.
yeah.
I was like, hey, Dolph Lundgren's on the big screen again. All right.
Dolph Lundgren is all right, you know, like, and Willem Dafoe's in there, and
now Wonder Woman was great. I loved Wonder Woman.
I mean,
so like Wonder Woman and the first Captain America are like
Yeah.
the same movie to me.
Like I liked Wonder Woman, but it's very cookie cuttery.
Yeah,
you know?
it's the same generic bullshit, and the villain fucking sucks. Oh, look at this! It turns out it's this guy the whole time. CG. Let's CG this dude's giant head into like this armor. Like, oh no, it's
That's what I'm excited about with Wonder Woman 2.
Wonder Woman
they've
was so,
obviously thrown the cannon out the window for the DCEU, so Patty Jenkins will have more freedom, I think, with the sequel.
Sure, whatever. Who cares?
This one looks cool.
Like, yeah,
It
no,
does.
I'm down to see 84. Hopefully it's better than the last one.
I'm
You
gonna-
know, like-
Lil, I'm going to get your take on this in just a second, but I want to throw out one more DC news, and then we can just discuss it all. So, it's substantiated rumors, so we can talk about it. So,
Those are wild.
the actors involved in
Conjecture.
Justice League are rumored to have some scheduled time out to shoot the rest of Snyder's Justice League movie. So, and its rumor is it's coming to HBO Max. That we are going to get the Snyder cut, and that is
Another
why.
streaming service.
And that is why I think the HBO's been handling stuff so brilliantly so far. But
Game of
the
Thrones.
the Justice League was why Ben Affleck left the role of Batman. Was the experience doing that?
Who cares? They already did it, and it's
That
done now.
reminded me, huh?
I want to see the Justice League that Snyder made. I'm curious.
No,
I
I
don't.
wouldn't mind.
It couldn't be worse than Batman v
It
Superman.
very much
Oh,
could
it
be.
can.
it could be worse.
It can be longer.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sure it's longer.
yeah, it could be the same movie but longer.
I really like Man of Steel, so for me, it's 1-1.
Man of Steel was all right, and but I mean, like it didn't need. Man of Steel did not have the problems that freaking Justice League had, and then like, are they gonna undo? They're gonna take out CG lip. They're gonna take out the mustache gate. Is that
Well, none of that mustache gate was in Snyder's cut.
right? So that's what they're doing. Like we're just gonna so it's Justice League without mustache gate.
Because they only used like 12 minutes of Snyder's movie in the Justice League that we saw.
I
Can
don't
they just-
care. No.
Can they just take out Gritty Superman altogether? 'Cause
I-
that would make a much better movie.
The reason I think it's brilliant is because there's a lot of people that want to see this movie, and by putting it on
A lot of people
HBO
that
Max,
think they want to see
yeah,
it.
yeah, but I mean,
Right.
curious people who are curious. I'm
Yes.
curious. I curiously want to see it.
No.
So it's I already have HBO, and I know that I'm going to be grandfathered into HBO Max, but I'm curious to see it.
I'd like to point out that as much as you guys like say that I like watching like train wrecks, like
Right?
Like at least
Right.
I know it's going to be a train wreck and it's low budget and that's why. I mean, my God, guys.
Oh my goodness! No, but I mean, no. Just let it go. Just let it go. If there's like a thing you want to release, it's like a documentary about the thing, and then like it's like here's the like, yada yada, and then like
Nicolas
they've got
Cage in a weird
this
suit.
much of the movie, and then like okay, well this is supposed to happen, and blah blah blah. We didn't for them to tell the story of the whole thing. That would be fine to me.
The
Like
reason I'm saying
the death of Superman Returns sort of deal, except like they actually
Yeah.
show you the movie. But I don't care.
I
don't care.
the actor signed on to make a specific movie, which was the Snyder's vision. Yeah. And if there's a chance for them to make the movie, they contractually were, it's like Harrison Ford with the Indiana Jones movie none of us like to talk about. He signed on based on a script by Frank Darabont. He got tricked into the script by Lucas.
Yeah.
Like, who wouldn't want them to go back and see that movie? And I get it. There was precedence for Justice League with the Batman v Superman. I do. But again, I think if they want to make it, why not?
I mean, like, obviously,
as far as the actors,
I'm not going to fucking lobby to have the freaking film stopped. Like, no, they can't do it. I'm going to go pick it outside freaking Warner Brothers Studios or some shit.
The thing
did Snyder do Sucker Punch?
Yeah.
Yes.
I rest my case.
That was one of the first things I saw him do.
I like Sucker Punch, but no. It's not because it's good. I don't think it's good. I do really like the
music are cool.
Yeah.
But the overarching story is
it's terrible. It's not great. The World War II scene makes that whole movie for me. Yeah. And then like the giant also Sucker Punch is like, oh man, they can make a Dragon Ball Z movie.
And then they did.
but they didn't. But I was like, oh my god, like they can make it work. And that like it was a movie that technically I think brought something. The story is not good. The acting is not great.
It's like the Order 1888 for movie wise instead of on the PS4. No.
It's I never played that game.
It's like an old kind of Victorian England except werewolves.
It's a big tech demo that sucked, but looked really pretty.
Right. Yeah, exactly that.
The thing with Justice League I'm curious about is, Gal Gadot has Wonder Woman. It's going really good for her.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck has his career now. Batman v Superman was not good for him.
No.
Jason Momoa is doing good. Like, all these people are doing fine now, and Batman v Superman was a red stain on their career. Like, why are they all so adamant about this movie getting out? That has me curious. Like, I am curious to see what they're all pushing. They got paid already.
No. But they get once it goes through the process, they make money on the back end. That's the thing.
Do they? If it just
you get royalties and stuff. So if they play it, then they get paid. That's why they want you to play it.
As long as it's in their contract, yeah.
Yeah. If
I can catch an extra $10,000 in a couple months, I'm going to tell you to go watch the dumb thing.
I don't know. What was your take on Patterson? Sorry, I brushed all through that to throw all the DC news out at once. Pattinson. Sorry,
like General Patton.
But before I say that, y'all actually made me think of two more news items DC related.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
I have one of my talents is I absorb information about pop culture. That's one of my things.
I have mine too.
Did you know that a Batman actor is defecting to Marvel?
Yes.
He already did.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale is going to Thor.
He's going to be the villain.
Oh, all right.
Oh, good. He could die. That's cool.
You don't like Bale.
I love Bale. Already in Marvel.
I liked Christian Bale.
I've never liked Christian Bale, like in almost anything.
And was how do you pronounce his name? Jimon Hanso.
Oh,
He's in both, right? He's in like every universe.
Yeah, he is.
Or he's in Shazam. That's what he's in. Okay.
Who did he play in DC?
He's the old wizard, right? He's Shazam.
Yeah.
Yeah. In DC, and then he's some random asshole in Marvel.
Okay.
You mean Korvath, the Pursuer?
Oh, is that who he was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Or Korath.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Bale.
I'm just waiting for the world to break down because of crossing the streams. A Batman actor coming over to Marvel. I just don't know if the world can handle that.
It already happened.
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He was in Spider-Man. Oh, I totally forgot. Oh my god. No wonder. Oh my god.
Michael Keaton must be her kryptonite or something. It's not her superpower. All the ills in this world, we can blame on that. Michael Keaton doing a Marvel movie. Oh, but he was so good.
Yeah, he was.
Oh my goodness. But no, maybe they're just like, well, Michael Keaton was so good. Like, we got to get another Batman to be a villain in a Marvel thing because, like, this works.
That's true.
We're gonna get what's his face?
Oh, dude, if Christian Bale played Night Owl, what's his name? What's the
Watchmen?
fucking no, the evil Batman from Earth 2?
Man-Bat?
No.
I don't.
It's an owl.
Being like a court of owls or whatever.
No. In
was he the vampire one?
No, not the vampire one.
Okay.
It's like Earth 2 or whatever, where it's just like a parallel except everyone's evil, and they have the syndicate or whatever is the
Oh yeah, I remember that where Michael C. Hall was the voice of Batman. Is that the one?
Maybe.
I'm talking about where it was like.
But it's actually in the comic books. But either way, evil Batman is Owl something or other, and I think it would be awesome if Christian Bale just played evil Batman.
Did he have a point?
He's already got the voice.
Right? Yeah, no, it just did bad voice and everything, and it was just like a giant troll on everything.
I hate his bat voice.
I just watched The Other Guys the other day, and Michael Keaton is so good in that movie.
Great.
Which one?
Other Guys. Michael Keaton keeps quoting TLC.
Oh.
He's like, creep. And he's like, come on! He's like, what are you talking about? I have no idea.
Waterfalls.
He's like, you don't say it twice unless you're quoting TLC. Yeah, Michael Keaton is great. I love him in almost everything.
I liked him in Birdman, too.
So yeah, you're...
Birdman is a controversial movie.
Max and I loved it. Dan, not so much.
Oh shit, don't close it.
But
it is one of those movies where like everyone kind of sucks. Like as a person.
The acting is fine.
Right.
I just like there's no character that I like in the entire movie.
That's fair.
So,
all right. So what was your take on Pattinson?
Well, okay. To be fair, I actually, I just know the Twilight crap, which I never even saw because it sounded stupid.
Oh, it was.
So I guess I'm not being fair because I haven't really seen him in anything since he played Cedric Diggory in Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, you should.
I liked him in that.
no, not Cedric.
He's turned into a hell of an actor.
I've heard that.
He's on his way to Academy Awards and all that fun stuff.
He's just so resistant. I'm like, no!
I
shall hate Robert Pattinson.
There's nothing wrong with that. Keep that attitude until you see something that changes your mind.
They just added Good Times to Netflix, which was the Pattinson movie I was told to watch.
Oh.
I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it's really good.
I was thinking like Dynamite.
I'll look for that. I don't know. It's just, sometimes you hold on to things you hate.
Oh, I know. I get it.
For sure.
Max knows all about that.
Oh man, I will hate something until the end of time.
Even if he likes it secretly, he won't ever admit it.
I'm like that too. I'm like, I hate that.
I don't have any examples.
Okay, I was saying.
But you would if somebody told you that if you told somebody you hated something and then you watched it somewhere down the line and you ended up actually liking it, even though you hadn't seen it the first time when you said you hated it. You would continue to say that you hated it.
No, because Max is very honest.
Yeah,
he would probably still hate things about it. And you'd be like, I enjoyed it, but I still think it's crap.
This is shitty, and I wasn't wrong about that.
I didn't like the time of night I watched it. It was 8 p.m. and I prefer 10 p.m.
And it was snowing.
Like how did you think that I might watch this movie at 8 o'clock? Like what the fuck?
All the clocks in the movie are wrong.
I don't like it in a movie when it's not the time of day that it is when I'm watching the movie.
Exactly.
That would be... I would love to meet that person.
It's the wrong season.
You know they exist.
That's Dan. Dan, when he watches 24, he starts it at midnight real time, then he pauses it until it catches up to real time, then he hits play. He goes to the bathroom while Jack's going to the bathroom during the commercial.
Exactly. He has a power bar with him, I guess.
Oh my goodness. I actually want to try that. Watch 24 in real time.
That would be painful.
That would make a long day.
Oh my goodness.
Depends on which season, too.
I'd be depressed at the end. They never end happy.
Oh, I mean, no, it's reverse Christmas every year. Every year, Jack Bauer goes through the worst day of his life.
Yeah.
Once a year, it'll happen. The only problem is it's not a holiday you can plan for.
Guess today's the day.
So sometimes technically they can happen back to back because turns out that the last worst day you had ended the year and the next worst day you had started the new one.
What if they merged that with Groundhog Day? That would be horrible.
They're merging everything with Groundhog's Day. I would not be surprised.
Yeah, that would
They
be
did
more
have
like
a
that Happy
commercial.
Death Day is pretty much that.
Happy Death Day is that. Live
Yeah,
Die
that's
Repeat
true.
is pretty much that.
Yeah, well, no.
Live Die Repeat is something else.
That was based on
The first
on
half
a really
is.
good book, honestly. But
I know, but I'm saying the first half of the movie is Groundhog's Day.
Well, yeah, but it's not like it's not like
Yeah.
he's having the shittiest day of his life. It's just like he needs to save the world.
Yeah.
And it's he could just keep going. It's just when he dies it goes back.
Yeah.
Groundhog
Yeah.
Day, it's on a set cycle. Every 24 hours. It
Yeah.
resets. Live Die
Take
Repeat.
Jack Bauer. It is 24.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so
I'll be tired.
you got topics?
I just had a Gloomhaven story.
What's that?
So yeah, this board game Gloomhaven. It's the most intricate freaking board game I've ever played in my entire life, and it was really funny. The first time we played, we spent a good amount of time playing, and turned out the entirety of that time was worthless because we were playing wrong. Come to find out, 4 weeks later, guess what? You're playing wrong. Like, we're just cheaty facing this whole thing, and I keep on forgetting that people says like, no, you should have a hard time in the if everything's done right, like you shouldn't win the dungeons. And then like me and my friends are just cruising through, like just like, oh, this is freaking great, fireball, and then we've just been cheating. We've just been straight up cheating the whole time.
I got a story like that. When I used to play the Star Wars card game, Tam taught me how to play wrong.
Oh,
So he would
on
win
purpose
every
or by
time.
accident?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, that sucks. Just because like he's, but like we're like playing together. It's like we're like character development and stuff like that is going on, and all of it's useless, and we got to go back now to change everything. It's dumb.
does it not have a manual? Or
It does, but it's not good.
It's called reading, Dan.
No,
Right.
but like it's not like, hey, when you like it tells you like, okay, when a character levels up, this happens, but it doesn't like tell you like how to do everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
and so there's no like, you're just like, okay, but if you don't understand the wording, like, there's something that happens later where you get it's like, oh, this means that, and then you go back, it's like, well, if this means that, then I've been doing this wrong the whole time, and it's just it's ridiculous. So,
But are you having fun?
I'm having fun, but it's really frustrating right now because like I don't know if I was like, do I still want to play this character anymore? Like, I'm just gonna switch characters because I played so far into this guy, like I already know all of his tricks, even though I haven't been using them correctly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still pretty aware of this guy, so I'm like, I don't know, maybe I just want to play something different.
What character are you playing?
I'm playing and it's like an Earth Elemental,
Okay.
and it's cool because you can like create objects and then throw them, and they all do like splash damage.
Okay.
So,
Huh.
so it's like he's pretty badass, and he's got pretty good heals, and he likes to zip around the map. But like, okay, take this. So the villains, right? They're generated in a room. You look at the book, and they'll show you where to put each one. But then they use their own little cards. So you flip over a card, it'll say move +1, attack +2. But if it doesn't say either of those things, they don't do any of it. So it's like if it doesn't say move, the creature doesn't move. But they don't tell you that in the rules, really. Like, like we had to, so then like we're playing the enemies wrong, and it's like they're supposed to just kind of be autonomous, but like also you got to follow what it says on the card, like.
Right.
So yeah, like it's whole little things like that where if someone was like, if they took the time to have little explanations or something about what's going on or like how the game should play out, it would be so much better. But like the rules kind of suck. The game is fun, but like it's just. I think I'm gonna make some YouTube videos on how to play Gloomhaven and like not fuck yourself in that.
Next time you just get the game right. You know whatever tabletop game it is.
Yeah.
You take all the tokens and all in the board and everything, and you throw the rules out the window,
Yes.
and then you just
Make up your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because we're having fun doing that anyway. So we might as well just go for it 100%.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. You're having fun.
With Gloomhaven, there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff. Like I couldn't even the time it would take you to punch out everything and put it in a pile in the middle of the table, you'd be like, okay, I'm done playing this game.
I kind of want to pick it up now.
Dude, I'm like, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. And there's like a bunch of different ways to play it, so it can be fun. You know, like it's fun for the group of 3 people that I'm playing in. Yeah. It'll be fun for a group of 6 people or 1 person by themselves. But like the rules are just very hard to
obtuse.
Like, yes, they're obtuse. That's the word.
Reads like stereo instructions.
They're like what now?
They read like stereo instructions.
No, because like I don't know. It's just if you're trying to get going, there's nothing that says don't do this. You know, like or you need to have all these things done before you do anything. You know, like it's like here's how you do this, here's how you do that, here's how you do this, here's how you do that, and then it doesn't tell you like what those mean. You know what I'm saying? So like that's that's where the rule book like could really use some work. Like it's not very what's Apple got that no one else has got.
User friendly.
That's the word. That's the term I'm looking for. It is not user friendly at all. Like it's,
intuitive.
Yeah, it just doesn't. So I almost fucking flipped the table over when we realized all the fucking shit that we were doing wrong. I was just like, I hate myself because it's no one but our fault. I mean, because all the rules are there.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
like
Gloomhaven. See, the title works.
Yeah, like it seriously. Yeah. Read all the rules 7 times.
It's actually just a meta game. Like they don't actually intend for you to play it. Figuring out how to play it and fucking up is the game.
Yes,
it's a social experiment.
Oh my goodness!
They just want you to cry.
Yeah. No, they almost.
There's a hidden camera in every board game, and they're like, "Ha ha!" They like pop out,
and they're like watching everyone's sessions, like, "You idiots! You didn't even play the game right, you dummies!"
It's the new Netflix reality show.
Yeah, dude. Huh?
No, I said I spent $200 on this. It doesn't make any sense. Why does it make sense?
And they're just eating their popcorn like, "Oh." I think he's gonna lose it this time.
Scott, you got topics?
We'll probably talk about this in Animaniacs, but I watched through the 3rd season of Castlevania.
Oh yeah, so good.
Dug it.
Are you both done with it?
Yep.
All right, so this Thursday, probably have an Animaniacs.
Yes.
Yes.
Finally.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yes. There's been nothing to talk about. Although Red Sun came out, Superman Red Sun.
Oh man, they probably ruined that.
The animated,
probably ruined that.
But I am not excited at all to see this. After Gotham by Gaslight, which is definitely my favorite Batman story, like Elseworlds Batman. Yeah, Red Sun is really good. It's a really good Superman story.
Yes, it is.
And if it was good, that means they're gonna fuck it up. So
I can't wait to see how bad they screw it up.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
They did that on Supergirl. They did Red Sun on Supergirl. There's a Soviet version of herself. Huh?
Did they fuck it up?
Yeah, kind of. Kind of. It was like just the actress with a slight Russian accent.
Oh, a bad Russian accent?
I don't like how much you play. You waste time and stuff like that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. I don't know. Russian, either like you got a good fake Russian accent or like a really, really bad fake Russian accent. There's no
just
middle
like,
ground.
I am red, whatever, and I grew up in Russia, and your city.
Well, that's why I really like Chernobyl, because they were just talking. Yeah. It's like, you just assume...
They hung for Red October, did.
Yeah. Like, we just assume that they're talking in Russian. They're not going to, like, have, like, fake Russian accents. It's like, these are just people, and they're in Russia. Like, this person has a British accent. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter.
You can't expect a TV audience.
I like that. I just watched Hunt for Red October the first time. I like how they handled it. They like, zoom in, they're speaking Russian, and they zoom out, and it's English. So you know that they're really speaking Russian, but we understand them.
Yeah, it's a neat little trick. It's like, look, we know it's Russian, but we're not going to make you read the whole movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm that. Like, I've got no problems with a Scottish man being a Russian,
whatever,
Russian general. I got no problems with that. But what would be worse is if you made that dude try to do a Russian accent.
Yes.
You know what's worse? John Wayne is Genghis Khan.
Oh man,
that's a thing.
That is a thing.
Wow.
Now we know.
Pilgrim.
America has no racism in their past.
Check it out sometime. It's awful.
That's like Breakfast at Tiffany's. I love Breakfast at Tiffany's, but, you know, the guy played a Japanese guy, and that's a big controversy. I'm like, I don't know, man. It was the 60s. They did all kinds of crazy stuff. Huh?
Was that Mickey Rooney who played the...
Mickey Rooney? Yeah, he played a Japanese man. It was a caricature, and I'm like, I know it's bad, I know it's wrong. It was the 60s. They didn't know any better. They were hot.
They didn't know any better.
Oh, they knew better. They just didn't care.
Yeah, it's just nobody cared.
Well, Castlevania
No
has
one
some
cared back then.
Japanese characters who I think are actual Japanese people speaking English, so it actually sounds like Japanese people speaking English.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, and it all worked out for Alucard anyway.
For a little while.
Yeah,
Dan,
Castlevania 3, Season 3.
I'm excited to talk about it.
Yes.
I'm excited to listen. Dan, you got some stuff?
The Amazon series Hunters.
With Al Pacino? Yeah, I heard it's like Tarantino-esque.
I am halfway through, and it is something to talk about. Like, I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. The tone is all over the place. But
That's what I heard.
It's definitely keeping me watching it.
I've heard really great things and
Yeah.
I've heard really bad things. So you either are all in or you're not.
It's a touchy subject. You know, I mean, you don't go into the Holocaust thinking, 70s exploitation flick. but they did. Pacino has an interesting, like, he went like full, like Jewish accent guy.
Stereotypical New York.
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know. But it's worth checking out.
Did you say Buppy?
Yes.
Oh man.
He doesn't yell through the whole thing though.
No.
I'm down if Pacino decided he wanted to act in something. I am 100% down if he was like, you know what, today I'm going to go to work and I am going to work. Oh wow. Oh wow.
Dan just handed us a picture as John
the
Wayne
movie is
as
called The
Genghis
Conqueror.
Khan.
1956 romance movie.
Yes.
About Genghis Khan.
Starring John Wayne.
I'm going to tell you right now, there was nothing romance about Genghis Khan.
Excellent.
There's nothing John Wayne about Genghis Khan.
No, I mean, like, they were both badasses.
Howard Hughes bought every, or tried to buy and destroy every copy of it, and the rumor is that he watched it every night, because it was his, like, worst failure.
Oh, no.
And like half the crew died of
Dysentery?
No. They filmed it close to where they did nuclear testing.
Oh, radiation poisoning.
Yes.
Bringing it back to Chernobyl.
Bringing it back to Chernobyl. There you go, Scott.
Oh, man. I have to see this movie.
Yeah, it's not good, but it's eminently watchable.
That's going to be on the Patreon.
One of the things that's going to be on the Patreon is I'm going to watch Independence Day 2 again.
Oh man, I don't want to watch that for the first time.
Did you?
It was okay.
You like the second one?
It was okay. I mean, it's no Independence Day.
Have you seen Independence Day?
I do like Independence Day. I still love that movie. But
It's one of the greatest movies ever.
I have PTSD from that movie, and I blacked it out of my head, so I couldn't even talk to you about it because I don't remember anything. So I'm going to watch it again.
Second one,
Yeah.
somehow Data's still alive. God help us all. How the hell is he still
He was
alive?
in a coma.
I know, but it's like, I just, for 20 years, I thought he was dead.
You're like, we can't get Will Smith back. Who can we get back? Brett Spiner.
Why
Yeah,
not?
we got Brett Spiner back. He's still alive.
Hey, Spiner, you want some work?
He's like, yeah, the only thing I got going on is Picard, so...
Yeah.
It's like, they just, they paid me the bologna sandwich, and I ate that 2 days ago.
Sounds like Roland Emmerich has been talking to Disney about Independence Day 3.
Oh boy.
Good God.
Oh, they need to leave it alone.
He won't make it without Will Smith, but after seeing 2, they need to just let it go.
Isn't he dead?
2 set up
Yeah.
a sequel, like,
Well, apparently
jammed
Brett Spiner
in your
was,
face,
too.
a sequel,
Oh.
but I don't want to see that sequel.
Oh, but Will Smith has been, like, undercover. Will Smith went undercover, and that's he had to fake his death, and so he could go to the alien planet, and now he's come back with the information.
They already had the information at the end of the second movie.
No. But he didn't know that when he left, okay? So
It's new information. They're like,
Right.
hey, you guys thought you won, but there's an even bigger invasion coming.
Yes.
Lola, wasn't there a plot in the movie where the aliens were trying
No,
to help?
there was not a plot in the movie.
Bam!
Like, the idea was they were coming, like the ones we had originally were just like the Finder people, and now the whole
Okay.
thing
Oh my
is
goodness.
coming.
That setup in Spike was so beautiful just then. Like, he was like,
Bow!
all right.
You got any other topics, Lola?
I do.
Sure.
Now,
Okay.
okay, so the most important thing I think is who here likes Douglas Adams?
I do like that.
I do.
Who's that?
Hitchhiker's Guide.
Huh?
Hitchhiker's Guide.
Who's
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I read all those books.
You're fired. I'm just a guest here, but you're fired. So
But I did
today,
Sorry, carry on.
today on bbc.co.uk, and I tested it, let me play it. They're having the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is 42. It's been 42 years since they had their radio drama, and all day long, starting I think in a few hours, they're going to have specials about Hitchhiker's Guide. They're going to have something with Brian Cox and some other people. And it's all day. It's at bbc.co.uk. You just search for Hitchhikers. And they're just radio shows all day long. And I'm going to do that while I'm looking for a hard drive that I lost that has the book I've been working on for 7 years.
Oh, well.
Yay.
Yeah.
Good luck at that.
I know. I'm going to move my recliner out. My recliner hasn't moved in 5 years, and I'm going to move it to see if my hard drive went under there.
I can't even imagine what that's like. We did a bunch of podcasts at Wizard World, and I thought we lost those forever, and that was like just a weekend of our
I
life.
can't imagine what that's like because we have done podcasts that we have not done because they didn't get recorded or whatever, and it sucks to do all the work and then at the end of it realize that you don't have any of it. So I really hope you find it.
That's what I'm
'cause that
saying.
is so shitty.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we get mad over an hour. This is 7 years.
Oh my god! Yeah, no. I really hope you find that.
And the thing is, I back it up usually every time I work on it. But the last few times I haven't backed it up. And I've done a lot since the last time I backed it up. And I mean, you know, I don't want to lose all that I did. And the funny thing is, apparently, I didn't know this, apparently I have 2 black Seagate Go Flexes. Because I've had this black Seagate Go Flex here, you know, for a few weeks, and I'm like, oh, I need to work on my book. So I plugged it up yesterday, and I brought it up, and the latest thing is from 2014. And I'm like, huh? And I'm like, these are pictures of me from like 2008.
I didn't take any of these.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, what the hell? This is a hard drive apparently that I bought sometime in 2008. And I've been thinking that was the one with my book on it. And I'm like, well, where the hell is the one with my book on it? So somehow, I don't
Industrial
know.
espionage.
Something's going on. I think it's Toby from Paranormal Activity. He must have switched out my 2 hard drives and he thinks it's cute, but it's not cute. So I've got to search for an identical black Seagate Go Flex with my book on it.
It's the government.
Yep.
I'm coming to take your book. Your book is fantastic, and I want to read it.
No, you know that's not true. If they made a movie about it, maybe.
I'm going to turn it into a tweet. I'm going to make it Secretary of State.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are out of time, unfortunately.
Okay.
So thank everybody for listening. Lola, tell everybody where they can find you.
Well, I do a lot for Scannerdrome, so there's scannerdrome.com and at Scannerdrome Mag. And my own website is Lola Laracy. That's LOLALARISCY.com.
It was great talking to you again. It's been probably, 4 years since we had you on. Don't wait that long to come on again. And
Definitely.
everybody, please remember to rate, share, and subscribe to the podcast. We love the support. We'll see you guys in Indiana.
But most importantly, please remember to recycle your droids.